Hi guys, just a little video to keep you guys updated. I'm actually recording this just using Photo Booth rather than my screen capturing software ScreenFlow. I'm now kind of regretting this because the sync seems to be well out. The FPS, frames per second, or whatever you want to call it, is way out with as far as as far as Photo Booth is concerned. So I'm trying to talk really slowly at the moment, so my my sync doesn't go too far out. But if you see my lips moving at a totally different time to how me speaking, then that's probably because excuse me. That's probably because the FPS capture on Photo Booth is not very good. Basically, to keep you updated, I'm still recovering from this cold, so if I look rough at the moment, I know that I'm unclean shaven and my hair's a bit blare, and if I look ill, it's because I still am. Basically, I mean that's why I've got the bog roll still stored on the sofa over there because I'm still getting blocked a lot and whatever. I think, fingers crossed, touch wood, I think I'm over the worst of it, but I'm not entirely certain. Now, I'll say I'm getting put off because of the slow capture rate of Photo Booth. I never even realised it was really that bad. So I probably won't be using it for actual video capture in future, and I'll just use ScreenFlow outright. But speaking of ScreenFlow, I got working on part 2 of my Snow Leopard series, and I had it recorded and down and everything, and then when it came to the editing process, actually using ScreenFlow to edit it, because there was a little part of it I didn't really want you to see. It was a bit of a mess up. And when it actually came to the editing, I had a lot of stalling with the program, with ScreenFlow, not Lion. It's nothing to do with the OS or my computer. I had a lot of stalling, and then suddenly it just seemed to stop responding. So I force quit it, and then when I reopened it, my recording was lost. And considering I'm still ill, a little tired and stuffy, and not as bad as I was last time when I made part 1 of the Snow Leopards of the Lion series. I beg your pardon. Hence why I'm actually brave enough to actually show video now. Because even though I'm still ill and even though I still look ill, I'm dressed, so I'm a little more presentable. Plus, I don't look as ill as I would have done back then. Plus, my place is slightly less of a tip. I mean, it's only about as untidy as it usually is now. Excuse me. I've no idea whether this video is even going to get out to you guys. If you hear me talking this spiel, then obviously it has done. If it doesn't work, because normally you can send video content, send directly to YouTube from Photo Booth, but I've seen YouTube screw that up with Photo Booth on Snow Leopard, and also I know with Photo Booth on Snow Leopard, if it went over 10 minutes, or might have been 15, it wouldn't let you do it, even if on your account you could upload any length of videos. And I know me, I know that my videos tend to be over, well, at least over 10 minutes usually, and they often tend to be over 15 minutes as well. So, you know, I'm not sure whether it will work. Plus, with the Snow Leopard version of PhotoBooth, whenever I use the actual app, whenever I actually use PhotoBooth to send it to YouTube would always screw it up, or it'd always get fucked up, pardon my French, along the way. I'm hoping it doesn't do it with this version. I'm hoping they've learned from that, but I can't be certain. So if it does fail, I'll end up recording the video probably via ScreenFlow, or seeing if I have an alternative, which I doubt I do. Excuse me. As I said, still blocked, still ill with the cold, just recovering, getting there slowly. I'm still deciding whether to email my boss to say that I can't get into work on Thursday. It's only a voluntary position, I'm doing it for the experience. But I don't think I have a contact number for him. And rather than go in and leave early again, if I'm thinking I might want to be doing that, then instead I'm thinking I'll contact him, and the only way I've got his email, so I want to give him notice. I think, you know, I might email in and say I'm not going to come in this week if that's okay, because you know, still getting over this cold. I think the worst is over, but I want to try and get as much rest as possible now to kind of prevent relapse, or to make sure I am, you know, completely over it. I'm not certain whether I'm going to send that email yet, and whether I'm not going to not go in. I'll probably see how I feel tomorrow. As I say though, I did get working on part 2 of my line video, but you know, then I had the ScreenFlow crash on me during the editing process, and basically then I just thought, fuck it, I know, still ill, I can't be fucked with going through all that all over again. So basically, I'm not sure when you're going to see part 2 now, because it's got to be recorded. Again. I can't even promise you'll see it this year now. You might not see it until the new year. If anything goes off and I think I ain't going to be able to get part 2 and any further parts to you, or I decide to stop making videos for a while, because that's also a possibility, because, you know, I wanted to start again, but, you know, with my health at the moment, and with things that are going on, and with where my life is at the moment, I'm not certain that I'm not certain whether I want to get back into making the videos hardcore. So we'll see about that. And I'll keep you posted if I decide I ain't going to continue the series online yet, or I'm not going to continue the series online at all, or I'm going to stop making videos entirely for a while, or I'm going to stop making videos entirely forever, which I probably won't say, even if I'm thinking about that, because you never say never. You never know. It's impossible to know how I'm going to feel a year down the line, for example. So, but if I do decide that I'm not going to make videos for a while, or I decide that, you know, my Snow Leopard series isn't going to continue or anything like that, I'll post a video like this, and I'll update you guys. I'll let you know, just in case there are a few viewers out there who do watch all my videos, who do actually enjoy them and get something out of them. I've said before, and I know it sounds a little harsh, but bear in mind I don't get paid for this. I don't make the videos for you. I make them for me, for my own and personal entertainment and pleasure. So, you know, whenever I get bitching comments, again, pardon my French, whenever I get bitching comments about, you know, something that one of you feels I'm doing wrong, or something that one of you doesn't like, or, you know, or I get people telling me about the state of my place, or I get, you know, people saying I'm speaking too quick, or people saying I'm speaking too slow, or people saying I waffle too much. I don't need to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Probably if I wanted to make a professional style video and I had the time and I, wanted to invest the time, I probably could. I probably have it within my skill, within my ability, but I ain't bothered about that. I just make the videos for my own entertainment, and to inform and help you guys sometimes as well, but I'm not doing it to provide a service to you. I'm not providing a service. I'm doing it purely for me. If you guys get something out of it as well, that's fantastic. Of course, that's great. I love that. But I'm not doing it for you. So don't come bitching and complaining to me if there's something you don't like. No one's forcing you to watch my videos. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not going to cry if I lose a couple of viewers because I'm barely getting viewers as it is. However, if you do enjoy my videos or you do watch my videos, I do urge you to like the ones you like. I do urge you to comment on the ones you like. I do respect constructive feedback, but do bear in mind, like I'm saying here, I don't make the videos for you guys. I make them for me. So if it's something that you don't like, or something that you feel is unprofessional, it's really going to make no difference to me. I'm not really going to care. It's probably not something I'm going to work on because I'm probably aware of it and I'm just not bothered about it. Because these are all kind of light-hearted. They're all meant to be in a kind of more of a personal vloggy style, not really a professional style. I've gone part way to the professional style in the past, but I've never gone complete there. If you look at all my videos and stuff, I've waffled in the past and stuff, and the only thing I can say about my past videos is maybe the voice was a little clearer because I was using a headset back then. I'm using the built-in mic in the iMac now. It's still decent quality, and the video quality, the quality of me would have improved because the built-in iSight webcam is far better quality than any webcam I've ever owned before. Obviously the latest iMacs and stuff come with HD cameras, FaceTime cameras they now call them, but they're HD quality. Excuse me, just getting a little stretch out. Fucking hell. Excuse me. But yeah, that is precisely why I don't wear the headset anymore. I don't need to because there is the built-in mic, and even though it might be a little quieter, maybe not as clear, maybe a bit more ambient or echoey or whatever, it's still hearable, it's still decent enough quality, and not wearing a headset means I can relax more. I can sit back, and I can just relax and not worry about snagging cables or this fucking contraption stuck on my head while I'm talking to you. I can just talk. I can just talk out widely to the room as I'm talking to myself, and it does make me feel a hell of a lot more relaxed. So basically, yeah, I'll try my best to keep you updated on things. The way it is at the moment, expect part 2 of my Lion series, but it could be anywhere from a week to a month to 6 months to a year. I don't know, but if I definitely decide to discontinue that series, I'll post another video like this to let you know. If I decide to stop making videos for a while, I'll also post a video like this to let you know. But don't expect regular videos anyway from me regardless. I'll get them up when I feel like getting them up. When I say stop making videos for a while, I mean indefinitely, for a year or a couple of years, or a few years or a long time basically until I get my life sorted. I have thought about that, but I'll let you know with vlogs. I'll keep you updated and posted and stuff. As far as I'm concerned at the moment, the other videos online will still be coming, but don't kind of hold your breath for them anytime soon. I'll probably make a few more vlog videos like this and let you know on progress and let you know how I'm feeling at the time, and stuff like that, and just let you in on my, shitty little thing called life a little bit. Because I'm not like a lot of these professional vloggers or professional people you might see around. I'm unemployed. That does not make me any less of a person than you if you have a job. Just because I don't have one at the moment, it does not make me a slacker. It does not necessarily mean I'm not trying. It just means I've not been able to find one at the moment. I've not been able to find one that's right for me, and and that I'm right for. So I'm unemployed. I'm broke. I have enough money coming in. I have enough money coming in to get by. I can just about make ends meet. But I am broke. You might say then, why did you afford a Mac if you broke or whatever, or any Windows PC fanboys or whatever that might see me might actually argue that. Fact is, I owned a motorcycle and I sold the motorcycle to actually afford the iMac. Basically, I managed to sell my motorcycle to someone for £1,000, and then I used that grand to buy the iMac because I needed the iMac anyway. I do manage a lot of my files, and I do a lot of stuff online. As I say, on my computer, my good computer at least, my mum's computer was playing up. I've posted videos explaining that before, as I say. So yeah, I sold my motorcycle for £1,000, and then used the £1,000 to get the cheapest iMac available. That was in August of last year. So yeah, and then if you start asking, or if people are wondering like, well, how did you afford a fucking motorcycle then if you've got no money? Well, at the time, back in around the end of 2008, I actually moved out here in my own place, and no, I'm not in my parents' basement. I'm not in a basement. I'm in a ground floor council flat, so might as well be a fucking basement. But no, I do have my own place, and all you're seeing here, this is not my bedroom. This is not my folks' basement or whatever. This is the living room, part of the living room that you're seeing. It's not a bed set either. I do have a separate bedroom. I do have my bathroom. I do have a kitchen, a little hallway or whatever. But it's not the best place. But it's home. It's where I live now. It is a roof over my head. That's all I need. That's all I can ask for at the moment. I've lost my trail of thought now. Again, not sure what else I want to say, what I was talking about anyway. As I say, still nursing this cold. All being well, fingers crossed, I'm over the worst of it, and it is on its way out. But this is kind of the time, if it is on its way out, this is the time I want to be most careful, get the most rest, drink the most fluids, and kind of look after myself as best as possible, because that will prevent a relapse. And when I say a relapse, I mean kind of it getting worse again. And if it starts getting worse, the only if I'm trying my best, if it starts getting worse, or it still doesn't go by Wednesday, say, or after Wednesday, because Wednesday will be 10 days, I think. If it hasn't gone by then, because colds only last up to 10 days, usually on average, at most. If it ain't gone by then I'll probably need to get off to the docs and actually get them to help me out with it and prescribe something or whatever, as I say. Because then if I get meds on prescription, the free, so otherwise I've got to actually fork out for them myself. And when I went through the worst of the cold, I was stuffing myself with menthol sweets. I was, taking Lemsip every night to help with the headaches and whatnot. And I can't afford to keep drugging myself like that. I can't afford to buy more of them. Like I said, I have enough money to get by. That's pretty much about it. you know, I have enough money to pay the bills. I have enough money to buy me food just about. But beyond that, I don't really have much. Um, as I say, I think that's about it. I'm going to be taking it easy for the rest of the day, probably. I doubt I'm going to be doing all that much. I'm probably actually also going to be. I don't think. I mean, I did pick up a few. You know, I did pick up a bit. You know, food to keep me going until my next pay. Today, yeah, as I say, after an appointment I had, but I'm probably going to go out for takeout tonight. A cheap takeout, like, you know, I have this addiction to Maryland chicken, as I say. I mean, I love chicken takeout anyway. I love KFC as well. Probably love them even more, but they're a lot more expensive. They're a lot more expensive, as I say, and like with Maryland. Well, for example, with Maryland, for £6, you can get a meal that's good enough for 2 people at least. You know, and it's, well, 2 people or one big guy, one pig, you know, which is pretty much what I am nowadays. You know, I mean, like, my days of being slim or, you know, skinny, well, I'd never say I was that skinny, but my days of being slim, a little bit more thin in the face, although this, I don't really have a fat face now. I mean, most of this is bone. I mean, this is all my jaw here, look. I mean, look, if I stretch, look, I can't stretch much. That's as tight as I can get it, and it's still, my face is still just as round, look. You see, that's all bone. So if anything, my jaw's probably widened, but I do have a bit of a Father Christmas tummy on me nowadays, as I say. That's the only part of me that's fat. It all goes to me gut. But yeah, my days have been slimmer long gone, I think, at least for now. So yeah, I do have, you know, a bit of a tough time and stuff given my circumstances and situation. I also have a lot of problems dealing with depression. I mean, and I'm getting into some personal stuff here. I mean, if you're only interested, you don't have to watch the video. I'm only sharing as much as I'm, you know, okay with sharing publicly, as much as I'm comfortable with sharing. But yeah, I do have a lot of problems with depression as well, and those are my viewers who suffer depression themselves would understand this. Bear in mind, some people misunderstand depression. If you're just having a bit of a downer, suffering a bit of a downer, you know, or feeling blue, you're not depressed. You don't have depression. Depression is an illness. I mean, it is psychological, but it's also physical. There is a physical chemical imbalance in the brain or whatever, as I say, and there is medication for it to help treat it. Now, my medication, my antidepressants, whatever that I've been prescribed in the past, I took myself off them for a while. Basically, they weren't letting me have it on repeat prescription anymore, and I basically, you know, I tried to wean myself off them and see how I went, because I couldn't be arsed with the hassle of making a new doctor's appointment every time my prescription ran out. You know, I much preferred the convenience of a repeat prescription. There's actually also other meds that I could be doing with getting back on that I did have a repeat, but then I kind of forgot to, you know, keep getting the repeats for them, and now I've not taken them in forever, months at least, if I've even taken them at all this year, and it'll probably benefit me to get myself back on them as well, as I say. So I do need to make a doctor's appointment at some point. But yeah, I do suffer depression. I have a few other health problems as well, as I say, and I have a lot of, you know, of stuff in my personal life, as I say. So I only make videos, you know, for you guys. Well, like I said, I'm making for me, but I only, you know, share videos with you guys when I feel up to it now. As I say, I used to do them a lot more frequently, but I was in a slightly better place then. I was a little happier, to be honest. You know, because I mean, I know everyone goes on about having a hard life and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. You know, I mean, I've had a harsh life, you know, and stuff, and I've been through some shit in my time, but you guys don't need to know that. Frankly, it's none of your business, and you only need to know the important stuff. But I can honestly say, if I'm being 100% honest, I've probably the there was a slight happy period, you know, completely happy period around just before I moved out here on my own. But other than that, throughout my life, I probably was only happy at one period of my life, and that was that period when I was that fucking age. And yes, that is me. That is me at 1 year old. That is 1 year old me. Look, and then and now. See, I've come quite a long way, don't you think? Well, I should think so. I've done one then, so that would have been 24 years ago because I'm 25 now. You know, I'm 25. I am officially an adult. I'm in the over 25 band. If I was auditioning for the X Factor, I'd be in the overs category. Um, Claiming unemployment benefit or whatever. I actually get a little bit more now because I'm in the over 25 band. You know, I am widely considered an adult now, not a young adult, not a mature adult or whatever, or an old man, but not a young adult, definitely not a teenager or youth, definitely not a child. However, I don't feel it most of the time. I don't feel any older than when I was 24. I don't feel any older than when I first moved out and I was 22. I don't feel much older than back when I was 17. And 17 now was 8 years ago, I believe. 8 years. I mean, some of you that might watch my videos might only be 18 yourself. So back when I was 17, you know, that was 8 years ago for me, you guys would have only been 10. You know, or whatever. You know, it's like, well, like sometimes I talk to people, I meet people online who are like 16 or whatever, and like they say, you know, sometimes they're a little rude about it, and they're like, "Wow, you're old." I'm like, "I'm not old. Fuck off! I'm not old. I'm still young. I mean, technically, I should still be in my prime. I do have a few health problems, and you know, mostly sprung from a few unfortunate circumstances in my life. But technically, I should still be in my prime. You know, Queensryche, my favourite band, Jeff Tate, you know, started with them and stuff while he was around 24, 25 and stuff. You know, back in the 80s. I'm still young. I'm not old. You know, just because they're still a child pretty much, it doesn't make me old. But then, when I was thinking about this stuff, and I was thinking, well, from their situation, from their point of view, I am old. Because, you know, when I was their age, say a 16-year-old, for example, is nearly 10 years younger than me. It's 9 years younger than me. But considering I'm going to be turning 26 in February, which is 2 months away, let's imagine I'm 26 now because I'm closer to 26 now than I am 25. That means 16-year-old, I'm 10 years older than them. So when I was 16, they would have been 6. They would have been fucking 6 years old when I was their age. Now that sort of thing makes me feel old. However, in myself, I don't feel old. I still feel young. You know, I mean, I don't feel, like I say, I don't feel that much different than back when I was 17 myself, and that was 8 fucking years ago. I definitely don't feel different to myself than when I first moved out here, and I was 22 then. You know, I mean, I probably have gained a lot more independence, a lot more sensibility in these 3 years of living alone. 3 years coming on 4, 3.5 years of living alone, let's say. You know, I have changed a little bit there. I'm sure I've got gained a lot, many more sensibilities. But in myself, me, the real me, who I am, my personality, it's not changed. You know, I mean, they do say people can change, or some people do change. But if people do stupid things, if people make mistakes, Um, they they can change. They can change, but regardless of what anyone says, my belief is that person is still capable of making those kinds of mistakes. You know, they'll say, I'm not an idiot or whatever, but if they made the mistakes in the first place, there are some idiocies in them. I mean, people can do stupid things. I do stupid things. I mean, there are some things I don't do and would never do. I would never touch drugs, especially chemical drugs. When I was younger, actually around 17-ish, around 16, 17, I did dabble with weed. I shared joints with my mates at the time, and you know, I did get stoned a couple of times, but I never had one all to myself, and I've never had that much really. I did actually smoke at the time as well, which was the stupidest thing. And I realised that, and the way I gave up is I just gave up by giving up. I realised that I could have used that money that I had on other things. I could have bought myself new albums or whatever, or even fucking chocolate, and it would have brought me more pleasure than a fag. Um, for American viewers, fags, it's slang for cigarettes for us. It doesn't mean faggot or whatever. Um, yeah, as I say, I did dabble with that before, but otherwise, I have never touched drugs, especially hardcore drugs, especially chemical drugs. I have never touched them in my life. I never would. I never choose to, and I have limited sympathy for the people who do get themselves addicted to drugs. If it's physically forced on them, and then they build up a dependency and an addiction, and I don't know, it's some poor girl, whatever, and an ex-boyfriend of theirs, or some bloke or whatever, or person more strong, powerful, actually forced them to take it, I don't know, held them down, for example, and injected them or whatever, until they became addicted, they became dependent, then I can kind of understand that. But as well, they should have the sensibility then and the willpower to, once that person's out of their life, to actually seek help. If they could get off it themselves, check themselves into a rehab or whatever, or go to a professional, call a helpline, say, look, I'm addicted to this substance, I need help. Anyone else anyone else in general, I have no sympathy for. And oftentimes I have limited respect for them, especially if they enjoy it, and if they're taking it, not because they were stupid at a point, or whatever, and then have now become addicted, but they take it because they enjoy it and they don't care about any consequences. I have no respect at all for them kind of people. I steer away from drugs. I don't even like getting drunk, to be honest. I mean, I can't get drunk anyway. The most I've ever got is slightly tipsy. And a lot of people can get slightly tipsy after a couple of drinks. I think I was on the shots all night, one after the other, constantly for hours. Much more, and it probably could have fucking killed the average person. But I barely even got slightly merry. I mean, I always feel it the next day. I get the hangover. I mean, I remember then I was like, I was so ill the morning after that particular night. I was so ill, such a headache, and I tell you what, I was pacing down this mate's garden or whatever, up and down it in the morning then, with my head down, my cheeks sallowing, my mouth watering, willing myself not to throw up. I was so close to throwing up, and I hate throwing up. I mean, I hate being near anyone that throws up. It's always like I have a phobia of vomit. If I'm near anyone that throws up, it makes me want to throw up, and risks me throwing up myself, and I hate throwing up myself. I have problems with vomit. It's just, won't go there. But I was willing myself not to throw up. I remember I felt absolutely terrible. Luckily, I didn't throw up. I mean, too much information alert, but I did have a little problems at the other end, when I had to stop off for emergency stop at the toilet at the McDonald's near where I lived at the time, when I'd actually rode home on my bike, because I think because like of the previous night of drinking and the like burgers we had that was full of onions and chili or whatever else it was. As I say, and I think that basically had passed the digestion, and yeah, that wasn't pretty. But looking at it, throw up or anything. But yeah, totally against drinking drugs and all that kind of crap, all that kind of rubbish. But I don't think that's me changing. I don't think that's me becoming an adult, because I always have been against that crap. And most of my other beliefs and stuff and virtues, whatever, I've always had them. I don't feel I'm a different person just because I'm 25 than I was when I was 22, than I was 20, when I was even 17, even when I was 14 or 15. You know, I mean, I was never even an immature kid anyway. I mean, a lot of kids nowadays are so immature, so fucking daft, you know, and do some of the stupidest or most ridiculous things, and then mature some and, you know, gain common sense as they grow older. I think I was always pretty grounded anyway. I always had my common sense about me and in myself, who I am, the person I am. Um, I don't think I've changed any. I don't feel any different being 25, and I certainly don't feel like I'm old. And I wouldn't say I am old. You know, I mean, when you're 30, you're not old. I mean, come on, people consider you to be middle-aged when you're 40. And it's a little while until I'm 40, and still it's 35. It's around 15 years. I mean, I'm partly thinking, well, fucking hell, that's only 15 years, but 15 years is a long time. 15 years ago, I mean, considering me still being 25 at the moment, 15 years ago, I would have been 10. 15 years ago, I would have been 1996. Some of you that are watching this might have only been babies then. Some of you might not have even been born. You know, and here I was. You know, as I say, I was only 10 years old then. So you know, 15 years is a long time, and it's 15 years until I'm 40, until I'm middle aged. So at 25, I'm still relatively young, I reckon. I certainly don't think I don't think I'd consider myself old. Um, 30, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself old. I mean, these people, some of these like, you know, 16-year-olds, whatever, who call me old. Um, you know, do they listen to people like Beyonce? Because she's around 30. Britney Spears is 30 now. Do they call people like them old? What about people like Madonna who are in the 40s? Are they any ancient then? And then what about people that are in the 60s or 70s? Ronnie James Dio, before he died, rest in peace. You know, was in his 70s, I believe. He was at least in his 60s, but he might have been in his 70s. No, I think he was in his 60s. I don't think he was quite in his 70s, but he was in his 60s, I believe, mid to late 60s when he died. And he was singing till his last days, and he was singing just as well as he had done back in his 30s, back when he was half that age. Now, what is he then? Dust? You know, you say he should have already been dead because he was that old? No, I don't think I'm old at 25. I don't feel it. Well, at the moment, that question's relative because I'm ill. But no, I don't feel old. No, so yeah, I don't think I've changed much as a person anyway. But I realise I've talked your ear off. I've been speaking for now nearly 40 minutes. I won't let this video go on for an hour, but you know, just you staring at me ugly mugs, hearing me waffle on. So I'm going to wrap it up now. As I said, to recap, next video online and like other screencasts and stuff. Hopefully they will come, but don't expect them anytime soon. They'll come when they come, when I feel like it. And if I decide that if I think that there isn't going to be, if I think that I ain't going to be able to continue the videos online, and or if I feel like I want to give up making videos for a while, you know, take a break, like a long break, then I'll make another video like this, another vlog like this, and let you guys know. And if I do say that I'm going to stop making videos, that doesn't necessarily mean I'll stop making vlogs like this. It just means I'll stop making, you know, proper videos like screencasts and tutorials, reviews and the likes. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Normally, this is where I'd say, this is J100R, thank you for watching, etc, etc. But I don't feel I need a formal sign off here, because this is just a personal blog. So thank you for watching if you did decide to watch. If you didn't decide to watch, I'm perfectly with you there, because this is pretty much just like making a diary, you know, it's just a vlog. I mean, there is some, you know, important updates here for people who do watch my videos, like my screencasts and stuff, but otherwise, most of it is just me rambling and ranting on. Anyway, thank you for watching if you did watch. If you didn't, I perfectly understand. I'll try and get more videos out to you, you know, when I feel like it, as soon as I can, but don't hold your breath. And for now, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you are, whatever time it is. And yeah, I'll catch you soon.